The Illuminati. Just the name sends shivers down your spine, right? A secret society pulling the strings from the shadows, controlling governments, banks, even our thoughts. Are they real, or just a figment of our collective imagination? For centuries, whispers of the Illuminati have echoed through history, a clandestine group shrouded in secrecy, their influence supposedly reaching every corner of the globe. They are the puppet masters, the architects of our fate. But who are they really? Where did they come from? And what do they want? These are the questions that keep us up at night, the questions that drive us to seek the truth. Join me, Joe Rogan, as we journey into the heart of the mystery. We'll explore the origins of the Illuminati, their alleged influence on world events, and their potential impact on the 2024 election. This is a journey into the unknown, a quest for answers in a world of secrets. Are you ready to open your mind to the possibilities? The story of the Illuminati begins in 1776, Bavaria, Germany. A man named Adam Weishaupt, a professor of law, forms a secret society, its name, the Order of the Illuminati. Their goal? To oppose superstition, religious influence over public life, and abuses of state power. Sounds pretty noble, right? But here's where it gets interesting. The Illuminati believed in reason, secularism, and individual liberty, radical ideas for the time. To achieve their goals, they used secrecy and infiltration. They infiltrated other groups, spreading their influence like wildfire. But their reign was short-lived. Within a decade, the Bavarian government shut them down. Fearful of their growing power, the authorities cracked down hard. The Illuminati, it seemed, were no more. But did they truly disappear? Or did they simply go deeper underground? Some believe the Illuminati survived, their influence growing stronger in the shadows. They point to revolutions, wars, and economic collapses as evidence of the Illuminati's invisible hand. Is it just coincidence, or is there something more sinister at play? The New World Order. You've heard the whispers. A single, global government, controlled by a powerful elite, the Illuminati, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Is it just a paranoid fantasy, or is it the terrifying truth? Proponents of the New World Order theory see it everywhere. In the interconnectedness of globalization, the rise of international institutions, even in the lyrics of your favorite pop songs. They believe the Illuminati are using their power to manipulate world events, orchestrating financial crises, engineering wars, all to consolidate their control. But is there any evidence to support these claims? Or is it just a case of connecting the dots to fit a predetermined narrative? The line between fact and fiction becomes blurred. One thing is certain. The idea of a new world order, whether real or imagined, taps into our deepest fears about power, control, and the future of humanity. Now let's talk about the 2024 election, because if you believe the online chatter, the Illuminati are all over it. Trump, Biden. Two sides of the same coin? Some say they're both puppets, controlled by the Illuminati's invisible hand. They point to Trump's wealth, his connections to powerful figures. They see Biden's long political career, his establishment ties, as evidence of his allegiance to the shadowy elite. But who's telling the truth? Is Trump fighting against the New World Order, as some of his supporters claim, or is he a pawn in their game, playing his part to perfection? And what about Biden? Is he a willing participant in the Illuminati's plans? Or is he simply a career politician caught in the crosshairs of a much larger conspiracy? The truth, as always, is elusive. Section 5. Election 2024. A shadow play? The 2024 election is shaping up to be a pivotal moment in American history. But what if it's not the American people who are truly deciding the outcome? What if the Illuminati are pulling the strings, manipulating the candidates, the media, even the voters themselves? Think about it. The endless scandals, the manufactured controversies, the constant barrage of misinformation. Is it all part of a plan to distract us, to divide us, to keep us from seeing the real game being played? Some believe the Illuminati want to maintain a state of chaos and uncertainty. That way, they can consolidate their power while the rest of us are too busy fighting amongst ourselves to notice. Is this the future we're headed for? A world where democracy is a sham, where free will is an illusion, and where the Illuminati reign supreme? Section 6. The media's role fanning the flames. We can't talk about conspiracy theories without talking about the media. After all, they play a huge role in shaping our perceptions of the world. So, are they complicit in spreading Illuminati propaganda? Or are they simply reporting on what they believe to be true? Some argue that the mainstream media is controlled by the very same elite they claim to expose. They point to biased reporting, censorship of dissenting voices, and a general lack of transparency as evidence. Others believe the media is simply catering to public demand. Conspiracy theories are big business after all. They generate clicks, views, and ultimately profits. But whatever their motives, one thing is clear. The media has a responsibility to report the news accurately and objectively, especially when it comes to sensitive topics like conspiracy theories, because words have power, and in the wrong hands they can be used to manipulate, to deceive, and to sow discord. Section 7. Critical thinking, the antidote to conspiracy. So, how do we navigate this world of shadows and whispers? How do we separate fact from fiction, truth from manipulation? The answer, my friends, is critical thinking. We can't just blindly accept everything we hear, especially online. We need to question our assumptions, examine the evidence, and be willing to change our minds when presented with new information. Don't get me wrong, it's important to be open-minded, to consider different perspectives and to challenge the status quo. But we also need to be discerning, to be skeptical of claims that lack evidence or rely on emotional manipulation. Critical thinking is our best defense against propaganda, misinformation, and yes, even the Illuminati. Section 8. The power of belief, shaping our reality. Here's the thing about conspiracy theories. They tap into something deep within us, a primal fear of the unknown, a desire for control, a need to make sense of the world around us. And when enough people believe in something, it takes on a life of its own. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, shaping our thoughts, our actions, and ultimately our reality. Think about it. If you believe the world is controlled by a shadowy elite, you're more likely to see evidence of their influence everywhere you look. You'll interpret events through that lens even if there's a more rational explanation. The power of belief is a double-edged sword. It can inspire us to greatness, but it can also lead us down a rabbit hole of paranoia and delusion. Section 9. The Illuminati and you, a call to awareness. So, what does all this mean for you? How does the Illuminati, real or imagined, impact your life? Here's the thing, whether or not you believe in a secret society pulling the strings, the fact remains that there are powerful forces at play in the world. Forces that shape our lives in ways we may not even be aware of. We're bombarded with information, much of it designed to manipulate and control us. From the news we consume to the products we buy, our thoughts and actions are constantly being influenced by external forces. The first step to breaking free from this manipulation is awareness. We need to be aware of the forces that are shaping our world, the agendas that are being pushed, and the ways in which we are being manipulated. Once we are aware, we can start to make conscious choices about the information we consume, the people we trust, and the actions we take. Section 10. Unmasking the truth, your journey begins now. The search for truth is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of questioning, of exploring, of constantly challenging our own beliefs. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to dig deeper, to follow the evidence wherever it may lead. Be wary of those who claim to have all the answers, who offer simple solutions to complex problems, who try to divide us with fear and hate. Instead, seek out diverse perspectives. Engage in respectful dialogue. Be willing to listen and to learn from those who hold different views. The truth is out there, but it's up to us to find it. Section 11. The future of freedom, a world beyond control. The future is not predetermined, it's not written in stone. We have the power to shape it, to create the world we want to live in. But to do that, we need to break free from the chains of fear, ignorance, and manipulation. We need to reclaim our power, to think for ourselves, and to act with courage and conviction. The Illuminati, whether real or imagined, represents the ultimate fear, the fear of losing control. But what if true freedom lies in letting go of that fear? What if the real conspiracy is not a secret society pulling the strings, but our own willingness to surrender our power, to blindly follow, to accept the narratives that are fed to us? The future of freedom depends on our ability to think critically, to question authority, and to stand up for what we believe in. It depends on our willingness to embrace our own power and to create a world where truth, justice, and compassion prevail. The journey starts now. Are you with me?